we got what we have slow. No, I'm sorry. We have It Comes in Waves.
Yes.
By the Acacia Strain.
Is that how you say it?
It is, otherwise known as the Acacia Strain, exclusive to Jay.
I got schooled today how to say it. Now I will officially say it right now for the rest of the stream. Yeah. I promise.
Yeah, Sepultura.
Sepultre.
Sepultura. Bob Dylan.
So Amelia, what's going on with this record?
Yeah, what's going on with it?
They came out with this record December of 2019. To my knowledge, it was sort of out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, as I recall, there wasn't a lot of lead up to this release, and I think it's considered more of an EP than it is an entire album. But it comes in at about 30 minutes, 7 tracks. And it's a weird release because the band is sort of investigating a different space than we're used to. With It Comes in Waves, we get a lot more of a post-metal sound. It even gets into like sludge and doom territory, I think, pretty easily, just because of some of the sounds that they're able to create and some of the progressions they've come up with. You can sort of tell in instances that it's the Acacia Strain, but if there maybe wasn't a name associated with the album, you could think that it's a different band, you know? So I don't know, Jay, I know you had showed me this album. You had recommended it to me.
Yeah.
And I checked it out, very much enjoyed it, you know, during its release. What are your thoughts? What, you know, initial listen, how do you feel about it up to now?
So when they dropped this record and I fucking listened to it the first time, I was fucking shocked. I mean, I fell in love with it immediately, but Acacia Strain just flipping the genre on us and coming out with a weird, creepy concept record, end of the world, aliens taking over. It's fucking sick, and it's sludgy as hell. It's doomy as hell. I like hearing them play this type of music. You know, I love those genres, but I also love this band. So it was really cool for them to just start playing that stuff, and I felt like, you know, they are getting inspiration from the outside sources, you know, like my favorite bands as well. That's what it sounds like to me. And you know, this record, I love concept records. I mean, they could be a little bit, you know, too much sometimes, but some tracks have these awesome samples from, you know, sounds like old like 50s movies or something, where, you know, the world's falling apart, and the way they write the music is, it sounds like they were always really good with those breakdowns that sound like the world is fucking ending, but to add like the concept of, like, you know, aliens taking over, stealing people and killing people and all that stuff, and then have like this cool sample of people, just society breaking down, you know. I fucking love this record. It was a great surprise. I think most fans of the band liked the record too, and they were like, whoa, thank you. This came out in December, you know what I mean? And just like you said, Emilio, it just appeared and blew everybody's fucking brains. Yeah, out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. No promo, no leading up, no press, no nothing. When this record dropped, it blew me away. I love the record.
Yeah.
Just gonna put that out there first. And this isn't. I don't want to everything we talk about to be like gushing over. Oh, here's the next great thing. It's this record. When it came out, I was not expecting it at all from this band. When I first was exposed to Acacia Strain, it was like in, I want to say like 2000, probably like 2007 or 2006.
Oh, baby Shane.
Walk record. Oh, dude, Travis, my older brother, actually, he got the CD. It was a burnt CD he got from a friend that went to local shows that was into like heavier stuff. He's like, hey, check out this band, and then I found them through one of those burnt CDs and from an FYE CD, from the Dead Walk. And when I heard that, I was like, what the fuck is this? Because at the time I wasn't exposed to anything. So when I think Acacia Strain, I think of 3 guitar players playing chuggy breakdowns and then people beating the shit out of each other. Now, when I hear this record, it's atmospheric. There's emotion. There's like overtures. It almost feels like the songs don't feel like songs to me. The entire record feels like a single piece.
Yes.
The whole thing, start to finish. You press play. I'm not skipping. I'm not pausing. You wouldn't skip a song in this record. If you did, you like, not to sound like an asshole, but you're not paying attention. It's like the entire thing. If you look for a different tone on the next song, you're gonna get more of the same tone. It's just expanding on itself, and
Right.
I was not expecting this from this band, and I love this direction. Like, I don't want to say a lot of bands are taking this, but it keeps showing up, and I'm here for it. This is the new direction I want to see from music, and particularly metal, because there's so much cookie cutter, chorus, bridge, chorus.
Yeah, and bands releasing stuff, in general, bands releasing stuff that you can kind of, it's them. Like, you close your eyes, you play the track, like, oh yeah, that's so and so. Like, especially with Acacia Strain, like their later release, their older releases and stuff. I don't want to say they all sound the same. They really don't production wise, honestly. But
you mean Wormwood Forward?
Yes, yes, to today.
I like them, but they feel the same, man.
It's a formula.
They got that Meshuggah core thing.
It's built. It's bit, and the payoff is a breakdown.
Right. No, this is easily their most, from what I know of the band. And like, this isn't, a band I follow super closely, but I know because, they're sort of iconic within metal. So like, them, you listen to them. But this to me is probably their most unique sound. And
yes,
it is cool, man. And Shane, you're correct. Like, I think you are seeing a little bit more of this here and there. And I think it's that kind of like ominous kind of post sludge sound slipping back into metal, which I'm here for. You know what I mean? I'm all about that shit. So
absolutely. Hail ISIS, hail Neurosis. Give me more.
Yes.
Rawness. Give me more emotion. Give me more exploring. Your music doesn't have to be defined solely by your genre, and that doesn't mean you need to slap one genre and another genre together and then bounce back and forth between the two. I like, make it a journey. I love this, like, because I'm raised bread and butter on short songs, 30 seconds. That's a song to me. So like, if you give me an entire record, like, if you like Sleep, Dope Smoker, that's an experience.
Yes.
You can't just put that on for somebody. You know what I mean? Like, if you try to show somebody that, they're gonna look like you got like 5 heads. They're gonna be like, what the fuck
you could put it on, but they might not hang out with you anymore. They might not pass that aux cable anymore. They might be like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think Acacia Strain, sometimes you could put their music in a box, like we said. This is them outdoing themselves. I feel like they got like a rush of inspiration, and
mature.
Yeah, it's mature, and you could tell that they poured everything into this, because there's nothing here that just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? We're like, oh, why would they put a sample there? You know what I mean? Like the first track, right? We're talking about the end of the world. They have like the Amber Alert thing going on. It sounds like the guitar feeding back. It's fucking creepy. You know what I mean? And then it leads right into a nasty doom section. It's just like, everything is pieced perfectly. If I had to give it a rating, final rating, I would give it probably an 8 out of 10. Definitely, if you're not into the band, I wouldn't be like, this is them, listen to this. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't show you this. I'd probably show you Continent or something different. But if I wanted to show you some cool fucking shit, and it didn't matter what the band was from 2019, these guys, this record, every time, it's fucking sick. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of in agreement, man. I think I know we were 10 for 10 on the last record, 8 out of 10 on the last record. I'm not just trying to like blow smoke up everybody's ass, but No, I think I'm in agreement, man. I think it's like 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, it's a solid record. I can listen to this start to finish, and enjoy it. I wouldn't say like there's anything that I maybe this is just me. There's nothing that kind of like just gets stuck in my head, right? Like, I don't think there's any one riff where it gets stuck in my head. But as an entire album, it feels good to listen to it start to finish. As Shane said, it's an experience.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with both of you with an 8 out of 10. Also, it's
son of a bitch.
Like, well, listen, you hit the nail on the head from the jump, man.
Yeah.
Like, I want to, when we're breaking down records, I want to like, you know, respect the distance in the elbow room, because there's so much that we can explore with. So like, number systems are always difficult, but it's something that truly stands alone in their discography. Like, if I needed to, like you were saying, Jay, like show somebody Acacia Strain, I would not start with this record. If I knew somebody was into, you know, the stuff that we were into this atmospheric, into this sort of band, I wouldn't even tell them it's Acacia Strain. Like, you know, we got phones, we can figure out what's going on. But I would say, like, here, check out this record. Like, oh man, ain't that a deathcore band? It's like, yeah, listen, it's not just deathcore. It's not just what you think it is. It's something that is an entirely new take on what this band can be. And also, it's a nice breakaway. It's a nice surprise, because I like when you think you have an idea of a band and they come out with something like, which this isn't necessarily off the wall considering metal releases or anything, because it's still phenomenally heavy. It's still in their wheelhouse. If you can hear this band, you hear the vocals. Vincent has a very distinct voice. So if I hear that guy on a record, I can
yeah,
go, okay, that's the case. So that helps shape that in this world. But it's you know, it's definitely different than the record they just put out.
His voice is extremely distinct. Like wherever you hear him like throw down his vocals on another track in a feature or whatever, and it's just cool to hear him in a different light. Like, fuck.
Right. No, man, this is it's a fucking cool record. And just as kind of like a tidbit of information, I found an interview that they did with Decibel, and it seems like it looks like Vince Bellino had done the interview and written this article. Just so credit given where credit's due. Shout out, you know, copywriters, all that
shout out
stuff. Shout out followers. It looks like this is something they wanted to do for a while, at least according to this interview.
Sounds like it too, you know?
Yeah. So getting something out that had maybe always been in them, right? Or they had that like spark of inspiration, maybe from something they'd heard, and just needed to get it out. So cool stuff.
So
that's the best part of being an artist and being creative, is that if you get exposed to new things, or if you have been exposed to things like growing up as a child, and like at any aspect, to where it's like you then want to explore something different. It's kind of like when you see I forget the dude's name, the guy from Morbid Angel. He's playing country music now. You know, it's
hell yeah.
Look at it. Yeah, you know, it's like when you get stuff that's like, anybody can create anything. So there's like, when it can get done to a true art form, it really takes notice, and this record does it for me.
All right, it comes in waves, kind of like our videos here at Church of Riffs.
If you enjoyed the review, subscribe. Hit that like button if you like riffs.
Leave a comment so I can leave a comment, and we can become comment buddies.
Oh boy.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more nerd stuff about bands and riffs.
Find us on Twitch to see the whole mess live.
What a mistake.
And because we have to say it, thank you.
Bye-bye.